Okay, hello, sexy souls. Welcome back to the channel. I'm not sure how this quality is going to turn out, but I'm recording this on my computer. One reason, because today was a day. Now, not only was today a day, it was a week of everything just not going the way I'd hoped, and I have just had to resist and to ease into it. And I'm going away again this weekend, so yeah, I was like, I want to record something, and hopefully I have time to post this after. But yeah, I had recorded something today. The laptop fell over. Everything was just going wrong, and I was like, okay, the message that I got this whole week was relax, chill out, rest. And I realized I haven't really been resting. And we have where the sun is actually shining, if you look at it with your own eyes, it is actually shining in the constellation of Cancer. I follow Sky Astrology, I don't follow any other astrologies, because I like to use what I can see. So, and from looking and being able to see where the sun is with my app and everything, I'm noticing that it is a very emotional, sort of turbulent time, and the sun was crossing through where my Mars was, and at that time I had severe headache. I felt like I was going through a purge, and I don't know really what the universe is trying to tell me right now, but I'm pushing through. Because after I tried to record, I had every pile and everything recorded, and I was like, this went well. And yeah, anyway, I had the laptop over on the bed, and I plugged in the SD card, and the footage wasn't there. So to say that my shadow self came out is an understatement. I had a full on rage session. I was actually like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck do you want from me? I was just like, got a full on anger was coming out of me. And yeah, and it's new moon as well. So I felt like I just had to get that out of my system. I had a full on rage ritual. Like I literally went up and started like just screaming into a pillow. Not screaming, but like you have to just release it, but it's not okay sometimes. I was just like, okay, let this out. And it felt really good. And I realized as well, looking at my calendar and everything, that the sun and the moon, Cancer, and in my chart are in my sun and moon midpoint. So it was just like, feels like a crossing over of the energies. And hopefully now things start to flip and things start to make more sense, because I've been in a lot of confusion lately just with lots of different things, and hopefully now this will bring more clarity. And I was thinking when I was sitting on the couch after I calmed down, I was like, okay, right, let's go back. Let's just record something on my computer. Fuck it. Let's just get it out. Let's just get content out. Doesn't matter what the quality's like, as long as I'm sharing a message, let's just go. So I decided maybe people need to know what is weighing them down right now. Like, what is this thing? Because I'm noticing a lot of these energies playing out with a lot of people, is that there's a lot of things getting in the way, like things that seem to be problems, but like not that big of a deal. That's what it feels like. But to each individual, it's a big fucking deal, because you don't know how many times they've been trying and trying and trying something, and it's like it's just built up to the point where you can't act like it's okay anymore. So we're like lashing out because nobody knows how long we've had to deal with whatever it may be. So that was my idea today, to do a pick a card on like what is weighing you down or what is holding you back. So that is the idea, and we're just gonna flow with it. There's not gonna be any editing, or anything like that. Okay, so I actually have a little pendulum chart here that I think I want to do. I started doing TikToks, Mystic underline Monroe, I think it is, on TikTok. I started doing TikToks as well because YouTube just was not. Me and YouTube were not doing very well, and I tried to create a new channel and they took that down, and then I created another channel and they took that down. I was like, okay, what is this trying to tell me? What is this trying to tell me? Either YouTube hates me or it's just like the universe is like, stop, rest. So maybe that's a message for everybody. So if you're watching this and you feel like you're going against the clock, stop and just rest. Because once I started doing that, it's like, okay. And I recommend this video. I'm sorry, I'm rambling now because I feel a lot better after I screamed into a pillow. I watched this video. Her name is Skylife on YouTube. She's amazing. Love her. And she did this like retreat thing where it's just a new video that's out, and she went into a cave in the darkness, and you go watch it if you want to watch it. And it's just so good. I loved it because she ends up like realizing that why she's so uncomfortable in the darkness is because she's not comfortable with her darkness. And then she has this thing. And it's so funny. Just before watching that video, I ended up screaming into a pillow, and then I watch it. This was what posted synchronicities all around. Like nothing happens for a reason. Or whatever. And I was watching this video and she's in the dark screaming, and then she talks about her darkness, and I was like, okay, this is what you're trying to tell me. The universe is trying to tell me, stop and appreciate that, you know, you don't have to go and run against the clock, because that's what I feel like I've been doing today. Trying to get everything done that I need to do before I go away at the weekend, and it's like, calm the fuck down. And once I did, I feel a lot better. Like I feel like a weight is lifted off of my chest. So that is what we're going to look into today for you, because I feel like I'm ready to talk about this. So we're going to have 3 groups, and I'm going to have a card for each group. And just for people who like visuals, if you want to choose a number 1, 2, or 3, the link will be in the description. Or if you want to look at a card. So this is the group number 1, which is the sun. This is group number 2, which is purity. And this is group number 3, which is Lily the giraffe. So whichever, I'm not really going to be basing it on those cards. They're just cards for you to kind of look at. I say that, but it always ends up connecting anyway. So, but yeah, choose one of those 3, and yes, we'll get straight into it. Okay, I'm going to put these to aside for now. This is so much better. Literally, I'm already so much more fucking content because I don't have to edit this. I'm just like, let's just keep rolling here. I'm checking my phone. Okay, group number 1. So you have the sun card, which is light. So I really like this card actually because there's another person in this. So thinking on the sun card, I'm thinking on that this could be something to do with a connection, okay? A connection that
Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds.
When she does that, I always this is something that I always pick up from it, is that something's not right. Okay. And what I was talking about was this friendship, this connection, okay? And why it's not sort of going in the direction that you thought it was going to go. Okay, so it's like the sun is sort of melting here. That's what I'm getting from this, is like there is a little bit of wanting and expecting too much is something that I'm getting from this. Now let me see. I have my little chart here. Quickly going to use my pendulum because I've been doing this recently and it's kind of fun. It's been actually quite bang on sometimes with things with me. This is just a mess, just to see what's draining your energy. Okay, and then we're going to look into more of like human physical word stuff. So what is currently draining this person's energy? Okay, it says overactive immune system, so that is physical. Um, hmm. Okay. I do think you, group number one, you're trying to figure out what you want to do in regards to like what's my sole purpose, um what is it that I need to be doing to feel more like I have a purpose, like what is it? I feel like you, group number one, really need to just stop, like I did, just stop and wait and be patient and be silent and just don't do anything until something comes from this, because I'm feeling like the answers are connected to um this time, especially if you're watching this during like in a week from when this is uploaded. This is like a time of really deep connection to your soul. Okay, and on that note, I want to pull one of these cards to see what is that overactive immune system connected to, like how did that come about. Oh, this is a card, I really felt bad for this card, that seems to be the theme of this sun in Cancer, because it was bent back and I felt really bad about it because it was in my little box, and it's the letting go card. I think that this is what we're all really kind of finding it difficult right now, is that I seen this in, I done this for a different reading for people on my community thing, where I seen people flipping, like it was like a line of people on that side and a line of people on this side, and it's like they were holding hands and it was like floop, and they like flipped. And then I saw, after I seen that of people holding hands and flipping, I then saw this thing of like a futuristic kind of city in Saudi Arabia called the Line, and it was like super futuristic, and it's like and it's all like looks like the Hunger Games or some kind of shit like that. It's like really weird, strange, and it's like talking about a future kind of society, like everything's going to be so amazing and all this kind of stuff, and it was like this is kind of what the world is coming to. There's like people are being pulled into certain narratives now, and people are going to go with it, but it's like what's happening is we're flipping a lot, and we're going through transformations and letting go of a lot of the things that we used to like and hold on to. We're going through it really rapidly now, and it's really difficult for us, and our immune system is overactive because it's a lot of this fight or flight energy at the minute, and it's like we feel like we have to be doing something because the world is going to end, and it's all this crazy like energy because it's like wanting us to move with it. And then there's people who are going against it as well, and they're, you know, sitting back. However, I do feel like we are all sort of moving towards a life that we don't even believe is true just yet. So that's one thing that I want to say here. So what's weighing you down is, for me, trusting that better days are like coming for you. So that's that. Um, hold on. Sorry, group number one. My mother is she was there, and I had to say I, because I didn't plan on doing this. So she's going to bed. Um, so you might hear her walking about out there. Um, what was I doing? Yeah, I had the letting go card. Wait, what? What? And now I have patience. I thought it was at the bottom. So I just pulled that up. So we had letting go and patience. So this is about being patient. And I think instead of having a lot of things that you want to do, making a wish in the wishing well. This could be something that is very, very, um, it feels to me very pure. So if you do know where somewhere that has a lake or has a well or something where there's a stream, these for me are like little energy portals of like where you can sort of connect and sort of ask for guidance, because really what manifestation is you're asking for the spiritual world to make something physical. Manifest is to make it visible. I like to use the word, I've come up with this word recently, it just was dropped into my consciousness, mana flow. Because it just feels more fitting to me, because I have a different sort of perspective on like manifestation and law of attraction. Everyone's like really they're sort of starting to use it in a way and see it in a way that's not helping them at all. They're just pushing things away because of the way people think it works, and they're teaching it in a way that is kind of hijacked. So just to understand it basically is, when you're working, when you're wanting to know what's coming or what to do next or what you're attracting next, ask the universe. And you can ask the universe in so many different types of ways, by looking into movies and seeing how wells are such a prominent thing, why, you know, blowing out candles, like all these kind of witchy sort of things. These, it's just about intentions. That is literally all it is. You will be able to get signs and things when you're at that point where you're like, I don't know what else to do. I can't take any more action. I'm so confused. I don't know what else to do other than light a candle and ask and make a wish or something. It'll come to you. So when you're trying to figure out like, what do I do? Like, what kind of a ritual should I do? Like, what is it? It'll come to you. You just have to go with it. Trust in, like I'm seeing, for example, like you could have chewing gum or something, and you could like pierce things into it and stick things into it, and like, I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's like all of your, I just see gum, like gum, and sticking things to it, and like not wanting anything to do with just disgust. And it's like, whatever it is, putting it all into something that's kind of disgusting, and like that is a way of intentional energetic magic, because you're using something physical to help either let go. In this group, it is more about letting go, and to like then like flush it away down the toilet. I feel like that works great, more than fire. Burning things is like, yeah, it's done, it's quick. But like when you flush it away, it's like, get this far far away from me, into the sewage, bye bye, see you later. It's the intention about what actually you're, you just think, oh, flushing it, but like you're flushing it down the drain into the sewage away. It's like, this is done. And that's just magic, literally. So that's what I'm getting in this group. I think I just feel like for you guys, some sort of a energetic ritual would really, really help you. And because you are the group that's chosen the sun, I think you might be a little bit afraid of some of the darker topics, or sitting in your own darkness. Your own darkness is your best friend, really, when you get that. What? Strength. This is the darkest card in this, and it says, this challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in this situation. I do honestly feel like you group number 3, because there's purple that's really sticking out in his eye. Can't really make it out on camera. There's like a purple, he's really bright purple eye. And just the way straight away I'm thinking about this, you're going through some sort of a psychic opening of your third eye. It's like, it's not, I don't feel like you guys, it's like wide open right now. You sort of have closed it off. Energy is sort of went down. When you say closing, it just means that you're not using it as much. So it's like, and then sometimes people obsess about different things, like obsess about God and the universe, and their crown's like wide open. And then people who don't believe in God, it's like, nope. And they're not getting any messages. They don't tune into anything. It's like these sort of things. But for you, the way I'm looking at your third eye is, it's this curiosity of like, it's like, you might even hear noises in your head, like, like you're almost hearing frequencies. These waves are, it's like you're getting doses of it. So that's why life might feel a little bit confusing at the minute, because it's trying to clear out old thoughts of your future and trying to put in new ones, because your thoughts are not you. Everyone says your thoughts create your reality. If I think about I'm going to die right now, am I going to die tomorrow? No. I always think about, oh, maybe I'm going to die tomorrow. I'm always thinking about death all the time. Like, death doesn't scare me. That's why I'm like, I wonder, am I going to die soon? Like, I think about things like this at all. But like, I'm still here. So if my thoughts create my reality, why am I still here? I see, these are the things that there's certain words that people use, and it's not your thoughts, it's your intention and your actions that do the work. Then you just get a thought, but if you don't do anything with the thought, then your thoughts don't create your reality, because you didn't do anything about it. You didn't take any action. You didn't take action, or you didn't set an intention, meaning, that goes hand in hand. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Now let me just see what is actually weighing you down. Okay, so this was a bit longer than I expected. Group number 1. The Tower reversed. The Tower reversed. There is nothing for you to be afraid of right now. The only thing that is weighing you down is that you have this fear of what is next. Don't know where that's coming from there, but what's weighing you down is you think and you're expecting that something's about to happen in the external world. But what's really happening is you're just going through an internal freak out, panic attack. You're getting yourself geared up for something that isn't actually going to happen. Okay? You're actually creating illusions now. Because the Tower reversed for me is fantasy. It's all in your inner world. It's all stuff that could be tied to something you've experienced in a past life. It could be something that you've read in a book that is coming. It could be dreams, nightmares that you're having. This is what the Tower reversed for me always is. It's not that it's actually going to happen. It's not real. No. Oh, I like this. Queen of Pentacles. So, in this card, it really feels to me that you have the arch again showing up. She has an arch around her here of flowers and an arch here. I do feel like for you guys, this really looks like to me that you need a little bit of a confidence boost. Doing something that is a little bit more mindful, or something that shows off how beautiful and amazing you are and sexy you are as this soul. Okay, the way that this feels for me is you could have a birthday coming up or some sort of a celebration for you to take a really nice picture, and I'm feeling the Venus vibes here from this as well, from this card, Patience. Very Venus Taurus energies here coming through, and I think that this is sort of saying that this is a good time to appreciate your body and appreciate, that taking a picture or having some sort of a photo shoot or something. This is what I feel like you need to bring more into your life right now. Okay. So yeah, the main thing that we're getting here is what's weighing you down is your own fear of stepping outside of your comfort zone. That's what's weighing you down. But there's nothing to fear. Is there? Is there? There is most definitely not. The universe has your back, and if you're worrying about someone else as well that might be involved in this, you have guidance there from above. There's nothing to worry about right now in regards to this, because you're going to get through this, okay? This is the next step of this. For me, it does feel like what's also beneath the surface is you're missing someone, and it might not be this person. It could be that you're missing, could be that you're missing someone, but also it could be that you're missing the way that things used to be with a certain someone. So you might be just going through a little bit of a rough patch where you feel like you have to detach, but moving forward, I feel like there will be a reunion again. Well, Cupid's arrow is, in this card, it's actually going away from them. So it's like she's saying and hugging goodbye because she's actually got to go and do something else that she loves, which is looking after herself, making sure that she feels safe first in her own self. So this is what the real thing is, because really you don't feel safe. So it's not really good for your health if you're pretending. Okay, so that is all I have for you, group number 1. Hope that you all enjoyed this. And yes, I will talk to you next time. Okay, let me put these away. Okay, hello, group number 2, who has chosen this is group number 2, yes. The ice card, which is purity. Really think this is really cool card. Like, it's 33 too. If you're master number 33, how you know what your master number is, you add up your date of birth, all the digits, and if it adds up to 33, look up that because that's an interesting one. But also the number 33 is a divine number in itself. Okay, very, very good energy. It feels like what's weighing you down is that there is something needing to happen that has to do with a memory that has been locked away, or by memory it could also be something that is physical, because ice is solid. So it could be something that is solid that holds a lot of information, holds a lot, because water holds information, water holds memory. So it could be something to do with this, could be something that is connecting to a past life. Can I get clarity on that though? Because not everybody, that's not for everybody. So I need clarity for these people. So if this doesn't resonate, it's nothing to do with you. So we have the Empress. So if you have okay, so Venus. So if you have placements of Venus that are interesting, Venus and Mercury, because I have the Magician at the bottom as well. So Venus and Mercury. Just looking at where they are, and is there a connection to the number 33? Now you need to have all of those. So Venus, a connection with Venus, a connection with Mercury, and a connection to 33. And that is going to be something to do with past life stuff. So if it is, dive deeper into that. Get a reading or something, asking what it is. Now, for everybody else, this is more to do with something physical. What is it though? Now I want to pull these actually. So what is this purity? It feels like someone who it feels like it has to do with someone that you thought would never come back, or their name would not come back up again. That's what it feels like for me. The High Priestess. Come October, this is Halloweeny vibes as well. Come October, things could get a little bit interesting. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that there's a reconnecting happening here. So you might have been feeling that. I also have the messenger here as well, which is this. If you're seeing birds coming to um your window, I'm seeing that. Watch when you go to the window and they fly away, what direction are they flying? Okay. Um because that is the direction that is going to have some significance here. So if they are flying, I'm seeing west. If they're flying west, look into what that means. I'm not sure what season west is. Isn't west like spring? I don't. Oh my god, I should know that. That's so non-pagan of me. um, I always get confused about directions. Okay. Who is this? What is this to do with? Can you describe this person? Right, first, physical object. Okay, it has to do with something that is related to your work life. So object first has something to do with um like I feel like it could be for some of you bills. Like you're wanting to break away from this cycle that you've been in. So that is what's weighing you down. And why is that an issue? And then we'll get into person because I feel like there's a person here for something. Most of you that have the high priestess here, it's like you're not really, you don't need to hear about the relationship stuff right now because you're sort of your own. Okay, that is for them. Okay, so this is more simple. um it's kind of connected for both. Okay, so anyone that is having um issues with finances and bills and things like this and debts and just not being able to um pay off physical objects, like if you're paying for your house, again, it's things that have memories. So your home holds memories. Or not wanting to sell something, like not wanting to sell your home or not wanting to sell your car or not wanting to give something away. It's like this hoarder energy here with this. But it's like you have to just, move on. Everything goes through cycles. The high priestess knows that. She doesn't see death as something. But this high priestess 100, this gives me Santa Morta vibes. Okay? She doesn't give a shit. Everything's gonna rot away. We all celebrate and carve pumpkins for Halloween, and then they rot away in a couple of weeks. And like no one thinks about that. But like very high priestess messages coming through. But like really, we're all just gonna rot away someday anyway, and the soul will live on. This is kind of high priestess energy, and I think that this is part of why I'm bringing this up. It's like, who gives a shit about that bookcase? Who gives a shit? Like these things hold memories, but like we only really choose to remember them when something pops up in our life that has significance to it. It's not that, so when a physical object is gone, it's not that it's gone because we still have memories of it. Do you know what I mean? It's this obsession of wanting to be able to hold the clock and being like, I really love this goddamn clock. It's this stuff. It's like what I'm seeing here is this is the thing that's weighing you down, is that you are enjoying a lot of the physical things in this world because a lot of them have really helped you through certain things, blah blah blah. Okay. And I think a really good practice for you guys is to do a letting go of things ritual. Okay. It's like when you do like a yard sale or something like that, that is a ritual and that is going to let go of, it's going to change your whole aura, your whole energy, because you're choosing to sacrifice things that mean a lot to you. Okay. Now, Sexual arts. This, geez Louise. 33? 33. My God. This is very, very higher dimensional. I don't look at this and be like, oh my God, twin flame. Okay, because it does look like something that would be like, oh my God, twin flame. This feels like we're going to move into this relationship stuff now in a second, but it's also connected here to the High Priestess, because you are here. What I'm getting is you are here to sort of lift up and awaken a lot of the very masculine energies that don't really understand where the messages are coming from. You're someone who's quite psychic, group number 2, or you actually already are someone that has that kind of a work, but maybe it's just not paying exactly the way it should be right now, because you're going through a transitional period. Okay, it's like the way that I'm seeing this, the mother, the maiden, the crone. Okay, you're going through that level of initiation where it's like you're a different woman now, and if you're not a woman, it's just feminine energies upgrading. Okay, but the sexual arts feels like to me that don't be surprised if you start treating sexuality and creativity in a new way. There is something unleashing from down there that it can be used in a way that might surprise you very, very much. Okay? Now, for this relationship, what do I need to know about it, man? What do I need to know? If you've been having chest problems and not being able to breathe or speak, it's because you're dealing with emotions right now. Your physical world could be back pain as well. I didn't pull for you what's draining your energy, group. I did that for group number 1. Let me just see what is draining your energy. I'm hearing on a level of 1 to 10. How much is it? So 10 being like really bad. I'm actually hearing like a 2. So this is very, very, very minimal. So don't get freaked out. What is the main thing that's draining their energy for group number 2? Ooh. Girl. Did I say that this group misses someone? I'm not sure. That could have been group number 1. I mean, okay, for some of you, this could be that there is a child that is no longer here anymore. Okay, that's one thing. And this could also be that you lost. It could be a child, but it also could be someone that you lost, but someone is trying to communicate with you. This 333 is definitely, it's trying to show you that they're reaching out. So the 3-3 for me, let me see. It's the letters. It's something to do with the letters. I'm seeing one of those American letterboxes where they like have the little thing, and I don't know why or what that means, but I think like when the letter's in, it's like they pull up the thing and it's like a little flag. But anyway, I'm seeing it like that you used to write letters or understand. I don't know what it is. There's messages going to be coming through in books. And the books are really tied to maybe nostalgia as well. So there could be a hint for you to read an old book that you used to love as a child, or to read a book that this person enjoyed. And if it's to do with a child that has passed on, I'm getting the feeling that um, that they are definitely big part of the connection to this white horse. They're showing me this white horse. Big connection to this white horse, and that is the purity, that they're letting you know that they are of pure light and that they were not supposed to be here for a very long time, because you were here to be of service to help people understand more of the dark. So this child that's coming through is trying to let you know that everything is coming together. The structure of the new flow is starting to melt. So the water is starting to melt, and the flow is starting to move in a new way. And I'm hearing that better things are coming because of this Ten of Swords. This is over. This feeling of when is this sort of, it feels like a little bit of guilt, to be honest. It feels like a little bit of like, I wonder if I just said this to them, or I wonder if I just did this, or whatever it is. It's just like, there's a lot of I wonders. But what I wonder is, what do you need to start speaking about what you have now with whoever is in your family, in your circle, because you have a really good life right now, is what I'm hearing. It's going through a little bit of a difficult time right now, because you're learning to, be grateful. Now, it's hard to be grateful when you don't feel like everything is great. This is what it's like. Everything is great. Conversations I'm having, I have a lot of support. I have a lot of people who are really caring, la 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 la. But like, I don't care until all these swords are pulled out of my back, and I'm like feeling like there's no pain there anymore. That's feeling like it's a mental blockage. Okay, yeah, Page of Swords. It's a mental blockage, and this mental blockage, because you can't stop thinking about certain things, is stopping you from being able to connect into this person's like holding the heart. It's hard for you to connect into the heart because it's been stabbed so many times, and there's this lack of trust now. So that's what I'm getting with that. And then I have the Hierophant. I'm hearing with your work and everything, go back to the old way that you used to do it. It's not really a time for you to be changing things up. It's more of a time for you to observe and sort of try doing things by the book for a little while. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Sorry, my mom is just going to bed. I do also think this would be a good time to go to some sort of a conference or a mentorship. If you are someone that goes to church or you're religious or whatever, I do think that this is I'm not religious, but I do think that this is a really good time for you to gain clarity, okay, on like the message could be in the scripture or in the book or whatever. Yeah. Definitely though, seeking some sort of advice from a very grounded person, okay? Very grounded, this energy. Someone who, you can't really imagine them having a bad day. Now, everybody has bad days, but those people, it's just like hard for you to imagine that like their life is shit. that kind of thing. Okay, but unfortunately, that is an illusion because we all cannot stop the things that have to be shit sometimes because we wouldn't grow. That's the laws of the universe. We're here to experience the shit, like me today. The good thing about it is things are less shit. They don't last as long. Well, for me personally, and I think people who watch my videos are probably noticing that things are less shit. Like they don't last that long. Like it doesn't last for weeks on end. Because we're able to quickly learn and adapt and move on from it. Okay, but yeah, that is all I have. I hope that helped in some way, group number 2. Not sure if I got to the point. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye. I thought I was going to cut, but I'm not editing, so. Okay. So, hello, group number 3. You're the final group, and you chose companionship. Okay. And animals. Number 21. Which comes up to a 3, which is unity. It's that is companionship, but it's also compassion for all. So you could be someone who's like into animals and really wanting to protect the animals, but not only protect the animals, wanting to be a role model for people to, look after the earth. I'm hearing, let me just see. Right, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to pull the pendulum to see what's draining your energy. And on a scale of 1 to 10, like how much is it draining? Okay, so this would be something you would want to check. Or you would want to like do a little bit more work or meditation on it, or whatever comes to you that you feel like you should do. Maybe it'll come up in the reading, because this is it's kind of, yeah, it's at the end though. That's a good thing. So whatever this is, let me see. What is this? What is draining this person's energy? Okay. Bacteria or a virus. You may have went through some sort of an illness recently, and it's still lingering. If you're someone who feels like you spend a lot of time in the astral realm as well, it could be that there is leftover bacteria. So it's like there's the energy is still there, but it might not actually be in the body, but it's still in your connected to your energy body. So it's like a virus, which can then manifest and make you sick. So like viruses is like purging. It's like the last position to get it out, basically. But sometimes what can happen is that there's like the way that I see it is there is like a energetic cord to it. It's like you put it's like pulling it through, and it's like you're at the end of this now. So whatever it is, you might get some symptoms coming up again of like, oh, am I having like this come back? It's like just trust that it's not going to come back and that you're gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Okay. So if you've been feeling like your energy is being attacked or blah blah blah, astrally it is, but here in the like physical world, it's just your immune system, your body. That's what's being attacked because it's your only body. Like people, in the astral realm, things come after us and like attack us and blah 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 and all this psychic attack and shit. Here in the physical world, like That doesn't happen. It does happen. People can, very rarely though. So, it's really about looking after your body, drinking better, making sure that you're doing a detox or something like that. That's how you can, without having to do anything, without having to go into the astral and like fight off the demons, fight off your own demons, work on your own health. Because when you work on your own health, your astral world starts to pick that up, yada yada yada. As above, so below. If you do the work down here, you instantly start helping the higher worlds as well. It's not that like, it's for me, we're down here in the density, and this is what we're here to learn, is how we can actually help up there by doing something down here. Does that make sense? And up there, for me, it's just like, it's different reality, different perception on life. So that is kind of what I'm getting with that. Okay, so it's like you have to just do the work down here for a little bit. And I'm not saying you have to be eating healthy all the time for the rest of your life. This is just a part of a lesson that you're going through right now. Is like, you have to clean your body out, because the astral realm is a bit of a chaotic mess at the minute. And there's not a lot of compassion up there, because what's reflecting in your world in the human realm is reflecting in your dream space, in your astral realms, and your higher dimensional realms, and whatever. Okay, so it's all a reflection. So, yeah, you don't have to, like, thinking that you're living a different kind of a life in a higher dimension is not really what you want to be thinking about. That's disassociating. You need to think about how you can make this physical life easier for yourself, like what you can work on, and make it fun. Is what I'm hearing. Okay, because each dimension has its own rules, its own complications, its own issues. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it seems to be a lot of the conversations that are happening recently is to do with dimensions and stuff. And to be honest, I ain't about that. I'm here to live life, man. I'm not here to fucking do all the interdimensional stuff. That happens to me when I don't even want it to happen. And I then accept it. And I'm like, well, that was fun. Okay, can I go back to eating my cereal, please? Yeah. So that's just one thing I'm wanting to say, in case there's someone out there that's so confused about all this stuff. Just listen, absorb, but don't believe anyone. That's one thing I've learned, is do not believe anybody. Not even me. Because no one knows. If we knew it all, we're not the creator. We're just a fragment of it. That's what I believe, but you don't have to believe me. You can be a freaking narcissist for all I care and believe that you are the gods. But I just think that that's just a waste of time, because that is such a big responsibility to believe in this reality. Thinking that you are the greatest thing since sliced bread is a big, big responsibility. Because then your whole perception changes, and you stop paying attention to the little things, because you want more. You want it to end. Okay. Now, group number 3. I actually feel like this is a good group. I don't think that you actually, other than the detox, I feel like the only thing that's really weighing you down right now is that your mind is traveling too much. Not even your mind, but wanting, a blessing on a new venture. You're letting your mind wander way too far into the future. I think that's why maybe I was bringing that up. There is a real aim here towards seeing a world in a new light. Okay, that is something that you're just like so focused on, wanting to know what like the world is going to be like in 4 or 5 years. You're just like so excited. But when you get to 4 or 5 years, and what if nothing is that different? And you wasted those years just thinking about it. Okay? That's what, because I feel like with the Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles is in this card. She looks very grounded. She's like just playing with her hair, just like, I'm just gonna wait. So patient, so patient. But what about excitement? Like, this is what I'm getting. What's weighing you down is nothing really, because feeling wise, it feels content. This feels content. But after the Four of Wands or after the Four of Pentacles is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is a different energy. It's a change. It's a change in direction. It's a little bit of like a, oh God, I'm not as okay as I thought I was. Actually, deep down, wishing for things to be different. So it's like you're content, but you're not really content because you're waiting for things to get better. So you're wishing your life away and you're letting these energies, astral energies, which are also connected to people who are saying that things are going to be like this or to go this way and in this direction. You're letting other people do the work. You're letting other people tell you how it's going to be without you actually just going and experiencing life and doing it in the way that you want it to be. So if you want to see a change in the world, start changing the way that you're living your life in your own world. Start doing things that contribute to making that life a reality. Okay? This is not, social media is ruining people because everyone's like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and we're moving into this dimension, and we're da 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 da. So I like work in this field, and I actually don't really watch a lot of the videos on this stuff because I feel like it has to just come in small doses. And you have to know with yourself when is a spiritual time for you and when is a time for you to just be real and be here. Because being here now is the most content feeling. Because this is not content. The way that this feels for me is true contentment is when you are okay with nothing, with just nothing happening. And your mind doesn't even think, it's like pure bliss, or not even, it's not bliss, because bliss for me I now know is something different. It's more so like you're just okay with anything happening. And by that I mean, like, someone says let's go and do this and you're like, okay, I'll go, let's go. It's just like very much in flow, going with life and not worrying about, well, I can't really do that yet because now I wasn't kind of falling out of that a lot recently. And I feel like what it's changing with me is I need to get back into that state again because I didn't care what everyone else is doing. I don't care. I didn't care. I was like, I can't care anymore. I have to just do whatever I feel like doing. Even if it feels like someone's going to judge me or like whatever, just do it. Just see what happens. Because half the time, no one's ever really paying attention. The only people that pay attention are the people that love you. But the people that love you are protecting you. They're trying to protect you, but it's just coming out in a way that is to push you. Because they're trying to protect you, but what they really don't realize is they're actually pushing you. So they're triggering you to do it. They're either saying you can't do it, and you're like, well, I'll prove you wrong, and kind of things like this. Okay, so really, the main thing here is that with the Nine of Cups, all is going to start to be revealed to you very, very soon. And it's going to come through in a lot of people wanting to work with you. So if you have clients or you have people that, customers that you rely on, they're all going to start showing up when you start showing up. And by that I mean taking a step back from what you want to do in the future and sort of doing what needs to be done today. That's something that I've had to learn recently. I've been focusing too much on like what I'm doing for the week. And I'm like, what am I doing today? And then today, yeah, it's like less talking, more doing. That's what this pile needs as well. Less talking, more doing, because you're not going to be successful if you just start chatting about things you're going to do. You're going to be successful when you start doing the things that are coming up. It's like say something, do something, rest, and then get inspired again. So it's like using all of the energies of the elements. So if you've been talking for too long, which I feel like I've been doing now, it's like knowing that sort of style of the flow. When you've been doing too much of the talking, using too much of the air element, maybe it's time now to go and rest and use the water element of like just being with yourself, being peaceful. So I think this is a new way or a new tool that you can kind of think about when it comes to that. And then with like the fire element is about sexual energy. It's also about creativity and stuff like this. So if you're not someone that is going out and having sex every weekend, um, then obviously I mean like get put aside every single day something that is for your creativity so that you're having that inspiration coming through from creating something and then go and spend the money. Go and spend the money that you've earned. Keep the flow going. Keep it going. Because once you're in that energetic vortex, I'm telling you, I've been in it and I fell out of it sometimes. And I think we all are supposed to fall out of it so that we realize each time when you try to get back in it, it's harder, but it's also going to be even better when you get back into it. But yeah, that is all I have, I think. Let me see. Is there anything else that's weighing you down? I just feel like I didn't tell you guys enough. Is there anything else that's weighing you down? Rejection. Okay. Rejection. There is an energetic cobweb here that feels like it's connected to waiting. I feel like you're waiting on someone. And you could have also been told from someone, a psychic or even other readings, that this is a good time for you to work on your self-love. I'm not really getting that. I think that it's a good time to enhance your style and things like this. Not so much like taking baths and massages and not so much the healing things. I feel like it's a time to change up your appearance. You know, I actually got my hair dyed like a mousy blonde now because I was like, I'm kind of bored of the blonde, and I was like, let's change it up, and I like it because it's like coming into summer's nearly over. Sorry to say that, but it is. It hasn't started in Ireland, so I don't really give a shit. It's never actually even been a thing here. But yeah, so like when you change your style up or you buy a new outfit or some things like that, that is something I feel like this group um could do a little bit more of. Okay, it's not like going out and buying um cute little like cheap things. I feel like you need to splurge a little bit. Buy something that is worthwhile. Buy a really nice blanket, even like a really luxurious blanket that's going to last you for a very, very long time. That's more sustainable than anything. I think sustainability is a big theme here for this group. But really what I'm getting from it is spend money on things that make you happy, because that is what you're here to experience, is the things that you value. As doesn't matter what it means to someone else. They're like, you shouldn't really buy that because like that's gonna harm this rainforest or whatever. Mother Nature doesn't see that the way that human does. Okay, we've been sort of conditioned to believe things in a certain way, and that triggers a lot of people because this is a topic that's either you believe this, there's no global warming, or there is global warming. The word global warming is a trigger word now. The world will always be changing. End of story. And life will always continue. Beginning of a new story. So after this life, another one continues. How that happens, we will find out one day. Do we, everyone's belief on that is different. I personally believe it's just a different kind of a shift. It's like I've actually seen things like this. When I had my near death experience, where I was like, it's like I walked through. I was like, was that it? I had to walk back. Kind of like, okay, here we go again. But yeah, wow, this has really been deep. After me having a full blown curse fest, I was like not saying good things to my higher self. And then I got the message. So after having a very, rage blowout, I feel so much better. So when I express myself and let my emotions just like do what they want to do, that is the most healing thing. So don't hold anything in. Let everything be out in the open, because if you hold it in, you're not going to know what it's trying to tell you. Okay? So don't resist the emotions that want to come up, because there's a lot of even urges and things that we're drawn to doing that society says isn't good. Why is it not good? Why are you being urged to do it? You'll never know if you don't try, or you'll never know if you don't see what would be like to, being more sexual. Like, that's an example. Being more sexual. Like, maybe you're a very creative person and you've been doing creativity for so long, and you've neglected your sexual energy and physical contact, and you've been focusing on like animals, and you've been like ignoring human connections and stuff like this. These are the things, okay, that I feel with this group is more important, is like, which are you spending too much with? Okay? Because if you're focused so much on the intuition but you're ignoring the emotions, there's no balance with it. Okay? Things like this. Really getting, for this group, it feels to me like really getting to understand and know what the elements are trying to tell you. Because you can break that down to the most basic thing, and you'll be surprised at how your guides want you to work with the elements. Okay. But yeah, that is all I have for you, group number 3. And I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I think I'll be doing these more often because they feel more natural for me and just easier, because I can just be myself, and feels more channeled, to be honest. Because I'm just like here in the darkness and I'm like, ah. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.